this is Olivia. Welcome back to my channel, Remnants of Style, where we talk about fashion, beauty, interior design, and everyday life. I'm all about bringing pieces of beautiful things and making your life beautiful. Today, we're going to discuss the 5 Black interior designers that you should know. If you saw my last video, you will know that interior design is a passion of mine. I love it beyond anything else. I am a person that believes a beautiful home creates a beautiful life. To me, your home is your sanctuary, so you always want to make it feel like a place that you will enjoy going back to. So without further ado, we're going to jump into the first interior designer that you should know. She is a world famous interior designer. Her name is Sheila Bridges. If you don't know her by now, you may have heard of the Harlem tool. That's one of her biggest contributions to the interior design world. Let's jump into a couple of facts about Sheila Bridges. When it comes to interior design, few names command as much respect as Sheila Bridges, named America's Best Interior Designer by CNN and Times Magazine. She's a true visionary, crafting interiors that are not just beautiful, but deeply meaningful. Bridges has been shaping the design world for over 30 years, bringing her signature style, classic, versatile, and rich storytelling to homes, institutions, and levels of government. She lives and works in Harlem for over 25 years, infusing her work with historical and cultural depth. Her ability to blend timeless design with modern sophistication has made her a sought-after creative force. Her client list, impressive. From designing the Harlem office of former President Bill Clinton to recently redecorating the One Observatory to designing the official residency of the Vice President, or former Vice President Kamala Harris, and the second gentleman, Doug Hoffman. Bridges' influence and reaches far and wide. A few weeks ago, I had the pleasure of attending the Dialogues of Design featuring acclaimed interior designer Sheila Bridges in conversation with the host Dennis Scully. She talked about her approach to crafting timeless designs, the many pivots of her career, and how to really get in tune with your creative process. Check out some of the clips.
A designer known for her distinctive perspective and ability to weave history, culture, and storytelling into her work, as well as art, as somebody was coming up and talking with Sheila about, which she's also quite well known for. Sheila's Harlem toile has become an iconic design statement, blending tradition and social commentary in a way that has resonated beyond interiors. She's been named America's Best Interior Designer by Time Magazine, which we'll talk about later. But what I really wanted to say about Sheila, in addition to Time Magazine naming her the best interior designer, was that she's worked on projects ranging from the residence of Vice President Kamala Harris to former President Bill Clinton's office in Harlem. And as a member of the distinguished AD 100 list, her influence in the design world is widely recognized. It's a great thrill to have her here this evening. You don't know, but I've been trying to make this happen for some time, so I'm especially thrilled.
For a client, and I said to Dennis, one thing that I do always feel good about when I look back at a lot of my work is that hopefully, I feel like it doesn't look dated, in the way that I think things can look, right?
If we hadn't told you this was that many years ago, you wouldn't have. And you're in,
I sort of am.
You're in?
I am in one of the scenes.
Yes.
We don't know there's, but so I designed it for myself, and I think when I was printing it, it was, hand-screened paper, the gentleman who owned the company that was printing it, and he was doing a lot of things at the time, I think for Brunswick and other companies. He said, "Wow, would you ever consider selling this?" I said, "Oh no, this is just for me." There we go. Next slide.
Exactly. Oh wait. All right, I'll sell it to a few people. Some skateboards, some sneakers, maybe a Sonos speaker. Sure.
So yeah. So Anyway.
Did you bring me a Sonos speaker, by the way?
I did not.
Okay.
So, anyway.
Yeah.
So I've always maintained two practices. My design company, which is Sheila Bridges Design, which was always my interior design work that I did for clients. And then Sheila Bridges Home, which was my creative practice. It was my personal practice for me. It was more artistic. It allowed me to do the things that I wanted to do without worrying about, the clients and all the things that go along with that work. And if you don't use the muscle, it atrophies like any other muscle, right? So the more you work at your creativity, the stronger it gets. And the stronger it gets, the easier it becomes to generate new ideas, to problem solve, to pivot in different ways, right? And that can be both professionally, but also personally. So I have in the past, both personally and professionally, I sort of lean very much into my creativity, particularly when things are difficult. It's something that I really kind of dig into. But I think it's important for people to understand that, this didn't just become this in an instant. That there's a tremendous amount of hard work that goes into all of this, right? And I think because we live in this world now with, social media and Instagram in particular, you see all these beautiful things, all these beautiful images, and people forget about, all the work and the process and all the stuff underneath it, right?
What does Gwyneth Paltrow, Beyonce, and some of the most stunning spaces in Hollywood have in common? Brigette Romanek. She's one of the biggest names in interior design today, but here's the kicker. She never planned on becoming an interior designer. Yep, Bridget's journey started in the most unexpected way. It all began with a simple idea, making her own home feel safe and beautiful. One house party later, guests were so obsessed with her effortlessly cool style that they started asking her to design their own spaces. And just like that, Romanek Design Studio was born. I love that story because I have always believed that your home is your sanctuary, whether you own it or not. I cannot think of a time from even as a little child that I didn't take this time to design my space. Even when I moved into New York and had an apartment, shared an apartment with like I think it was 5 other people. I designed my room and I designed our living room to be a space that we all felt comfortable in. So I always believe that even if you do not own your space, please make it your own. That is where you come back to every night, and it should feel safe and welcoming and also be beautiful as well. Fast forward to today, she's designing some of the biggest names in Hollywood and entertainment, but she's just not about designing celebrity homes. Bridgette has also transformed luxury hotels, retail spaces, or even commercial buildings from Beverly Hills to New York City, working to create magical spaces that feel like an experience. Every project is unique, but also they have one thing in common. They all feel beautiful. Bridgette's style is eclectic, electric, soulful, and timeless. Her book, Living Lux, is a must-have, and it is. I have it myself. It's probably one of my favorite design books. It's packed with inspiration on how to make your style feel both luxurious, approachable, livable, and full of personality. And I have to agree. I have her book, and I have used it on many of occasions for inspiration for my own home and homes of my clients. It's a great piece of interior design literature. I will say that her style is a combination of clean and eclectic. So, it's something that I say if you love learning how to mix design aesthetics. So if you love something that's more mid-modern century and want to add more contemporary or postmodern things into your design, I would say this is a great book. It's approachable where you can still feel like your space is luxurious, and she talks about her idea, her thought pattern. She gives you color analysis in the book. I would just say if you are interested in design, she's a great this is a great tool to have. But above everything else, the book is beautiful and makes a great coffee book. It's sitting on my coffee table, or I will put it back on my coffee table after this talk. Brigette Romanek did not plan on becoming one of today's top interior designer, but her love of beautiful things, her talent, and her eye for detail, and her love for creating distinct, unforgettable spaces makes her one of the most sought after interior designers of our day. So whether you're into bold interior design or just want to peek at celebrity homes, Brigette Romanek is one of the people that you should keep your eye out for. Her spaces are colorful and fun, they're livable and they're approachable, and not above all, they're beautiful. Up next is Corey Damen Jenkins. If there's one designer who knows how to make a statement, it's Corey. His interiors are bold, layered, and unapologetically glamorous. His approach, a mix of haute couture, fashion, historical architecture, and global influence, all coming together to create spaces that feel both timeless and fresh. Corey is the mastermind behind Corey Damian Jenkins and Associates, an internationally acclaimed interior design and architectural firm based in New York City. His work has landed him in Architectural Digest AD 100 list, Elle Decor's A list, and the covers of House Beautiful and Traditional Home. But his journey to design stardom is inspiring as his interiors. Corey started his journey in interior design back in 1996 and started his own firm in 2008. Since then, he became an influential interior designer and a voice in the interior design industry, known for spaces that are authentic, bespoke, and utterly distinctive. Whether it's a modern mountain retreat or a grand city apartment overlooking Central Park, Corey's philosophy is all about design democracy, ensuring that every space reflects the personality and lifestyle of its owner. Beyond interiors, Corey's creative extends to product design, with collections for Carver, Hancock and Mora, Milton and Smith. Corey is passionate about mentoring the next generation of interior designers. He teaches at Parsons and the New York School of Interior Design, where I just saw Sheila Bridges at. You should have seen some of those video clips when I was talking about her. And he has also authored a masterclass on interior design that has been viewed by millions of people worldwide. And if you want to bring Corey's signature style into your own home, check out his best-selling book, Design Remix, a spin on traditional rooms. It's a must-have for anyone who loves classic interior designs with a modern twist. I believe Corey's design skews a little bit more traditional and masculine. I love that he adds glamorous touches to his design when he's working with men that skews a little more masculine interior design. But it is always fun, fresh, and stays true to the design of the home that he's working with. Also, good news about his books. He's also coming out with a new book, fall 2025. So please keep your eyes out for that. From bold patterns to classic elegance, Corey Damian Jenkins. is redefining what it means to create a truly unforgettable interior. Up next is Danielle Colding. If you don't think elegance and comfort can go hand in hand, then you don't know Danielle Colding. Her designs, chic, layered, and effortlessly inviting. Her approach, a blend of classic elegance with an electric charm that makes every space feel collective, lived in, and uniquely personal. A founder of Danielle Colding Design, a full-service firm based in New York City, she has transformed many of homes and businesses since 2006. Her work is so good that it landed her a spot on Elle's Decor's A-list. From high-end residential to distinctive commercial spaces, Danielle's interior designs are never just about aesthetics. They're about feeling. She believes that a beautiful designed room should still be comfortable, livable, and full of character. She doesn't believe that you should have pieces that you can't use. She says no to you can't sit in that chair type of approach. She doesn't want spaces that her clients cannot use, and I love that. I feel that your space should not be precious, because if it's too precious, how can you enjoy it? Her signature perfects the balance of traditional and modern. Every space feels like it evolves over time with rich textures, personal heirlooms, and collective treasures. Danielle ensures that every project reflects the personality of the people who live in it. Last but not least is Delia Kenza, a lawyer turned interior designer. Some designers follow a traditional path, studying interior designs, interning at big firms, working their way up. But Delia, her journey was anything but traditional. She started out in law, yes, law, but one of her Brooklyn renovations changed everything. And now she's one of the most exciting names in contemporary interior design. So where did she get her love for design? Her grandmother, of course. Delia still remembers the details. An orange shag rug as a stair runner, a Kelly green silk sofa, elements bold and unforgettable. They spark her passion for beautiful spaces. Years later, she had her own home to design, a Brooklyn townhouse, and she went all in, transforming it into a contemporary masterpiece. Friends took notice, neighbors took notice, and just like that, her career was off and running. Her first client, a close friend, Maxine. She loves Delia's home so much that she gave her credit card to her and said, just go for it. And trust me, I met Delia and Maxine, and I can see why she would do that. No formal budget, no endless meetings, just trusted her talent. And when Maxine returned a few months later, she was blown away. Since then, Delia has been crafting stunning and custom spaces that perfectly reflects each client's creative taste. And she's not just stopping there. She's also diving into bespoke furniture and custom design pieces. From law books to luxury interiors, Delia Kenza proves that sometimes the best careers are the ones you never plan on having. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. All the links for the interior designers will be in the description box. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next week.